Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Books Nelson here, back with another video, and today we're going to be breaking down these EVO update cards as well as these reward cards that are in today's collection. Let's go ahead and look at these. We'll look at the rewards as a whole real quick. So we'll be talking about this Surge, this Josh Smith, and the free agendas, Rick Barry and Larry Nance as well. We'll be talking about all of those cards. But first, let's go ahead and get into these EVOs for no other reason than I am curious about what they did to these cards. So the one thing about these cards is they're probably not, let's see what these animations, we're going to look at this Pippin. So this is the Pippin is going to determine everything here, because I don't think he gets an animation upgrade. I don't even think that's possible. So he upgrades directly to a dark matter. And with that dark matter upgrade, he gets a 95 three-pointer. I will say, if there's a card that's going to have their old jumper, Pippin is the one, because that jumper is really, really great, even on normal. It is a fantastic jumper. And he does get animation changes. This is a massive W. Okay, so now we're going to look at the side-by-side. So this means these cards are worth looking at and exploring. So we'll compare him to the other dark matter Scotty. Boom. Okay, and we'll see. But I mean, he's basically, wait, is this real? Is he 100 overall basically? This is really, really good. This is a massive, massive W for 2K, as long as the EVO requirements aren't crazy. So 150 points and 25 steals. That's actually nothing. That's nothing. Really easy to do on a Scottie Pippen card. Really easy to do. All right, so let's see here. And we'll look at these animations. So it doesn't show the animations upgrade on this screen, but we're going to look at his animation. So this Scotty has T-Mac and an MJ, Pro Escape, and Steph Curry, this Curry slide. I'm sorry, he has a Steph Curry snatchback, his own moving behind the back, which I've not explored. I think it's okay for running to the basket. Kobe breakdown, James Harden combo moves, actually massive W. Best combo moves in the game, those James Harden combo moves. And all right, so let's see what he gets in terms of these upgrades for his EVO. Wow, I'm really, really surprised they did that. Okay, so he does get the upgrade to the Escape. He gets the upgrade to T-Mac. He gets the MJ dribble style. He does get the Steph Curry snatchback. Guys, this card's outrageously good. Did I look at the badges? I mean, badge-wise, super duper complete. Massive, massive, surprising W here. For their Father's Day set. Okay, so since Pippin is good, now I feel free to explore the rest of this collection and not just flush all of these cards down the drain. I am going to go ahead and look at, I'm going to look at all of these, although we know Seth Curry is undersized and no good. So, but it was a W including him just to get Del Curry in there, because it's 6'5" at the PG position. Oh, never mind. He cannot play the PG position. All right, so let's see, animation wise, he does get his shot on very quick. I don't remember what that was from the bold set, because I never got the bold Del Curry, but he gets all the Steph's animation. So he's basically a 6'5" Steph Curry card, which is pretty cool. So he is looking solid. So far, it looks like Pippin is definitely going to be the prize of the package. We're not going to spend too much time on Seth Curry here, because he is very small in the game. Oh man, this is the one bummer about this, is that EVO cards now get match made. This would make matchmaking modes so easy, like what do you call it, like daily challenges and stuff. These cards would be such a W back in the day. So he EVOs to an opal. Animation wise, his shot gets upgraded. He does get Kyrie Irving dribble style. Actually quite nice upgrade with this very rare combination of a Steph Curry size up with Kyrie Irving dribble style. Penny moving spin, James Harden step back, so he gets the Harden shuffle as they call it. Moving heavy, we'll see what that is. And I don't remember what behind the back that was, but yeah, I mean, for what he is, he's a teeny tiny little point guard, but he looks pretty solid. Okay, Juwan Howard, this is a big one, because this is a tall card at the small forward position at 6'9". He's got good size on him, so he upgrades to a dark matter. Outstanding. Look at these massive, massive upgrades across the board. Go ahead and look at the next gen version of these. Guys, this is really good news. I have to say, this is really good news. This is very exciting for my no money. Well, not that exciting for my no money spent, because I don't have any of these cards. But on my main account, I have pretty much all of these cards. So yeah, this is This is great across the board. Don't see that he needs anything from a badge perspective. Let's see animation wise. Whoa, look what they did to Juwan Howard. Look what they did. Guys, this is one of the biggest W's in 2K history. This is crazy. This is actually shocking that this company would put this out. Because these are all, look, it's Trey Escape, D Rose, and Kyrie Irving. This is immaculate. James Harden moving step back with the moving behind. We'll see what this behind the back is. What did he get? It's possibly Jamal Murray with Chris Paul Hezzy, Pro 2 leaner. Whoa. You talk about apology tour. This is incredible. What's the EVO requirement? Oh my God, 150 points and 50 rebounds. That's like, couldn't be easier. Couldn't be easier. Whoa, this is a big W. All right, Glenn Robinson. This is another one for my no money spent. I'm real curious to see what he's talking about because the small forwards, the free small forwards are definitely not the best. All right, so animation wise, let's see. All right, Dean Wade, very quick. We'll see what that jumper is like on very quick. Pro 2 leaner at fantastic. Kyrie Irving dribble style on the 6'7" card. We love to see that. 6'7". I thought Glenn Robinson was more of a 6'8", but that's fine. 6'7", definitely more of a 2-guard size, so he'll be in there with that Chris Middleton, who's basically the same player in a lot of ways. Milwaukee Bucks 6'7" guy. But yeah, I mean, Chris Paul moving step back, outstanding. You know, that's my favorite moving step back in the game. It won the competition over John Wall because John Wall has a troll animation and Chris Paul does not have a troll animation. So we will take that every day of the week as far as I'm concerned. Hop back is exactly the same, and that's the most important part of the animation for my play style. But yeah, Ja size up with Kyrie Irving dribble style, just fine. Trey Escape. Oh, speaking of which, Ja size up. I have to look at the Ja dribble style. Somebody asked me, why don't people use the Ja dribble style even though it has the fastest burst? Well, it really comes down to how you get out of animations and also your push crosses. That's the main thing about dribble styles that matters, is your push crosses. And so with Ja, people don't like it. But I will look back at that Ja dribble style and see if there's anything to find in there. And if I do, I'll make a video about it. But I do not suspect that there's anything good to find there. But we'll see. Gary Payton. The cool thing about Gary Payton II is he can indeed play point guard. I mean, he's only 6'2", but we know the defense is so juiced that for a 6'2" with a 6'8" wingspan and being like an extremely fantastic dunker. Actually, he didn't get as much of the dunk juice as I expected him to get. I thought he would get like a 95. They didn't really go crazy with that. Animation wise, shot on very quick. This is actually not as big of an upgrade as I expected. He is an opal. He's not a dark matter. So this is like, okay. Nothing to write home about for him. Let's John Barry from a gold card. Let's see what this, and he's kind of tall too. Let's see what John Barry is talking about. Where are you? Well, there you are. All right. Start organizing this actually. Let's get these guys out of here. Okay. So John Barry. The evolution is 25 3-pointers and 25 assists. This is now, even though he's a gold card, this is not that bad because he has an 88 3-ball. So you can easily do this on any of the regular modes that are out there because this, as far as gold cards go, this John Barry is not bad. So he's a 6'5" point guard, which we love. Animation wise, his shot goes up to very quick. I'm not familiar with this base at all, even though obviously I've shot around with it because I've used this card, the gold card. But I don't know what that's going to be like on very quick. Pro 2 leaner, fantastic. Kemba escape. Trae Young combo moves. Darius Garland size up. They're getting a little creative here with Michael Jordan dribble style. This is awesome. All awesome. Hopefully this is the Jamal Murray right here. If this is Jamal Murray, this is another W. Moving step back James Harden. Let's see the attributes and badges to make sure he didn't get trolled on the defensive end of the ball. He did not. He did not get trolled on the defensive end of the ball. He has gold removable enforcer, so he can hang a little bit. 82 strength is pretty low, we will say. So we want to get that to at least 85 so that we can, stand up a little bit. And he doesn't have open looks, but I tell you what, with a 96 3-ball, I just don't think that's going to matter a whole ton on this open looks badge. Usually I'd say it matters a whole lot, but with him, I don't think it'll be as much of a factor because, listen, if you can't hit with a 96 3-point shot, the open looks bad isn't your problem. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you're blaming on your missed shot, it's probably just because you missed the timing of it. But yeah, another really, really great upgrade. Another super duper fun card that you can definitely use. And okay, and lastly, but hopefully not least, Larry Nance Jr. All right, so Larry Nance, 6'8", perfect size for the small forward position, but at the power forward, that is very, very undersized at this time of year. He does have a 7'2" wingspan, but I just think that's just too small. I think the smallest you can be a power forward at this time of year is probably 6'9". I think you'll pay for that if you try to run this card, no matter what happens when I click this button. Although I will say 25 dunks and 25 rebounds is an outstanding goal to have, you know, to be able to get. It's a super duper easy Evo. All right, let's stop stalling and bam. All right, so he goes to an opal. Respectable stats across the board. Look at the athleticism. We love that. For what he is, 90 strength is what I'm really looking at. 90 strength, 98 vert. Go ahead and throw a shoe on this guy to get that 93 speed. 88 three-pointer, throw a shoe on that. Badge-wise, let's go to next gen. What does he need badge-wise? So badge-wise, he's on the struggle bus a little bit as a shooter. It's not that he's a bad shooter. It's just that he's going to be limited no matter what happens with the animations, because without Agent 3, Deadeye, and open looks, when you hit that, if he gets a great behind the back, and we'll see in a second, if you hit that behind the back, I just don't know how good of a shot that is with an 88 3 ball and none of the badges that help it. That having been said, as a catch and shoot player, he should be absolutely fine. Should be absolutely fine off the catch and shoot. Let's look at these animations. All right, moving step back, Chris Paul. We love it. So this is what I'm talking about. So that moving hop on Chris Paul is going to be great for this card. Especially you look at the rest of these animations, he's awesome. This is going to be a very, very good triple threat card, I would anticipate. Looking like almost like a free Tyler Hansborough, kind of. In fact, let's look at that Tyler Hansborough, because this guy's monster in triple threat. And it's funny. Shout out to one of my viewers who said they were excited about a card for triple threat. I do like to look at what the card is for the whole game. I'm not reviewing these cards purely for unlimited. I think the game is larger than that. So, it's going to be really interesting to see speaking of which, what happens with salary cap with some of these cards. I wonder if the salary is going to be through the roof. These cards could make salary cap really interesting, and that might make these cards must-haves for salary cap, depending on where these salaries line up. So you see here statistically, he's actually quite close to Tyler Hansborough across the board. Not big stat differences anywhere. Either way, they're both very, very similar cards. Tyler Hansborough being a slightly better three-point shooter. And then we look at the badges, and it's just those shooting badges that really separates them between him and Tyler. It's that Agent 3. That's the big one. Agent 3 and Deadeye, that's what really separates him. Yeah, open looks will help out a lot too. But other than that, but as a dunker, going to the basket, Larry Nance is probably going to be ridiculous. Animation-wise, let's see how they look. And you see here animation-wise, the animations don't show, unfortunately. But very, very comparable animation-wise. And I dare say that Larry Nance actually has some animations in his favor. I think he has some of these animations in his favor. But yeah, this is looking really good. This set looks like a massive, massive W for these Evo cards. Shout out to 2K for actually doing something cool in the game and giving us something nice on Father's Day. So yeah, this is super duper cool. No complaints here. I will say the standouts: Scottie Pippen, Juwan Howard. I think Barry solid, and Larry Nance is pretty good. Let me just look at this Glenn Rice real quick. This Glenn Robinson one more time. Yeah, Glenn Robinson looks pretty good too. So I would say half of these cards are really strong, and then the other half they're cool. Small, undersized, that kind of thing. Triple threat, I like Larry Nance. Overall, Juwan Howard, Scottie Pippen, Glenn Robinson. I think they actually, Scottie can play. I think Juwan Howard can play. Glenn Robinson and Del Curry, if you are struggling at those respective positions, I think they can play. And Gary, John, Seth, and Larry. These are the lower cards. And Larry Nance is probably really, really good in triple threat. Especially for those of you who like rim running, he's probably a dream come true if you have a rim running style in this game and you really like to stick dunk on people, or even just run at the rim and press square, no judgment. He looks pretty good. All right, so let's move on to these reward cards. So Serge Ibaka from Clutch Time. Let's see what he's talking about animation-wise. Kobe size up, Michael Jordan dribble style. Good, but not outstanding. Kemba escape, excellent. Devin Booker combo moves is fine, but not excellent. Nikola Jokic hop jumper, we love that. Normal leaner is okay. This card looks solid. Very solid looking card. 6'10 at the power forward. Slightly, I'm not going to say he's undersized because I like the 7'4 wingspan. I think that allows him to exist. Although I will say Serge does feel a little bit small on the court. I do think this is more of a triple threat card than a, unlimited card. But stats wise, looking really good across the board. Nothing to complain about here. Let's see that he's got his own jumper on Very Quick. Don't know what that jumper looks like on Very Quick. Badge wise, he doesn't appear to need much of anything. Although I'll say if you have the Nikola Jokic hop jumper, you definitely want to pair it with the Space Creative badge 100% every single day of the week. One of the best animations in the game with the badge that really makes it shine, particularly behind the 3-point line, which is, obviously if a card doesn't have a 99 3-pointer, you're probably putting 3-point on your shoe anyway. But with Space Creator and the Nikola Jokic hop jumper and that 93 3 ball, I think that gives you another dimension with which to score on this card. He looks solid, not amazing. Josh Smith, we expect him to be amazing because these guys have been, these triple threat collector guys or whatever you want to call it, have been outstanding. And here, no surprise there. Lowry upper with KCP lower base. Very, very good lower base on Very Quick. No shocker whatsoever. This is probably one of the best small forwards in the game. He's got every good animation in the game. And once again, 2K has done a very, very good job of juicing these cards. In fact, I'm going to say I wouldn't be surprised if this card is actually better than the LeBron James card, just because of that behind the back into that jumper is stronger than the other tools that LeBron's bringing to the table. Pro Tool Leaner, Nikola Jokic hop jumper with LeBron's layup package animations with the Elite SIGs. I don't see any SIGs I would really change here. Kobe crossover, best in the game. John Wall step back, best in the game. So if you were grinding salary cap for this card, once again, you were rewarded because this guy looks like the absolute top of the heap at the small forward position as far as I am concerned. Okay, free cards. Rick Barry. So we get these guys from Agendas. 6'7" shooting guard. We love that. Here's the thing I'm going towards first. Okay, Marcus Morris. So Marcus Morris, I wasn't sure about that card. Shout out to one of my subscribers who, at least I think you're a subscriber. You commented. Pretty sure you're a subscriber. Oh, if you're not, please like and sub. But they were talking about how that card's jumper was so good that they liked him over the PJ Washingtons and so on and so forth. And then playing with the jumper, I was like, you know what? This is a really good jumper. So I expect with that base with Dame upper should be really good. Another Nikola Jokic hop jumper. So for those of us who did not grind for cards who've gotten this, we are getting a Pro Tool Leaner Jokic hop jumper with Murray, Kyrie Irving. I love this combo. Guys, big fan of this right here because those tight dribbles mixed in with the ability to burst out of them, underrated combination. He also has some nice signature combos in there. Tray escape, LaMelo Ball combo moves. I think LaMelo Ball actually has some pretty good combo moves. I got to double check on that. John Wall moving crossover. Some people think it's the best in the game. Some people have it as the second best. I probably have Kobe as the best, but this is neck and neck. This is very similar to the Tray escape and the Kemba escape. Pick whichever one you like more. I'm not going to argue with you about it. They're both absolutely S tier in their respective categories. Pro behind the back. We hope that is the Jamal Murray. And this is very exciting because this could be the first truly elite shooting guard that you can just go out and get. Listen, I hear you on Mike Miller and Kyle Korver. There have been some pretty good shooting guards out there, but nobody that is like even close, in my opinion, to really that third tier, right? So for me, I really should make a tier list. You got Glenn Rice, and then you got the next tier. I would just call it Dr. J tier, right? There's like maybe 5 or 6 cards in that tier. And then you've got the guys behind it, like the Jimmy Butlers and stuff like that. We haven't gotten too many cards outside of locker codes that fit in the Jimmy Butler tier. We've got nobody in Dr. J tier unless you got the Pro Pass to get to Dr. J, or you got lucky off that wheel spin. This could be, and we'll figure this out. We'll try this card out. This could be the first card either at that third tier that we can just go out and get, or between the third and second tier. And as I say this, it is long overdue for a tier list as we are approaching 1,250 subs. Thank you guys for all of the support on that. But this card on paper looks outstanding. LeBron James layer package. This is kind of funny because I know Josh Smith is awesome at the 3. This guy actually looks kind of similar at the 2. He's only 2 inches shorter. And a 6'7" 2 guard is better size than a 6'9" 3. Oh, no, I'm not saying he's better than Josh Smith. I'm just saying interesting how close he might actually be. All right, and Larry Nance Sr. for Father's Day. This is outstanding. 6'10", small forward. Okay. All right, now we're talking about something. Because this is a pretty big player model, 6'10", too. Like that 205, he got big paws here. He got them thick legs, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got that big player model, guys. 7'1" wingspan, solid. And you see that 98 driving dunk. Throw a shoe on that three-pointer, should feel absolutely fine. Let's look at these badges before we move on to these animations and see what we got. So you want to throw that open looks on there, because if he has a great snatch back, hop back, or behind the back, or all three, you're going to want to be able to do that into that three-pointer. And we will look at this animation very shortly. But outside of that, I don't think he needs anything else. I do think we're a little late in the year to really be needing Dimer, unless you're running Mark Eaton, what do you call it? Artist Gilmore, one of those guys, then Dimer is going to help you a lot more because their three-pointers are kind of low. But pretty much every other card in the game that you're running already has a fantastic three-pointer. All right. So he's looking really good as far as that goes. Let's see animation-wise. All right, moving step back is James Harden. A little bit unfortunate. Moving behind the back is that hopefully Jamal Murray. This is not bad. This is good in combos, right? And since he's a basket attacker, that's cool. Don't love the Kareem upper, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Not great, though. Gary Clark, not familiar with the lower. It is on very quick. Pro 2 hop jumper, normal leaner. Again, wish that was flipped. Solid dribbles. Kemba escape, obviously fantastic. Kobe breakdown. I would really love to never see this again. Guys, I hope this is the last week we see Kobe breakdown moves. These breakdown moves, unless there's something I'm missing, I almost want to like really go in and try and figure something out with this, because they're putting these on every card. And I get the feeling that they're only putting these on the cards because they don't want to put something else that's like good that they're going to use next season. Whereas this is like, okay, next season we'll give you guys all the good breakdowns like Ja, and they've been giving out LeBron James. There's a lot of good breakdown moves in this game. Kobe is not one of them, sadly. Mamba does not have the best breakdown moves in the game, which is unfortunate because Kobe's actually a really great dribbler for his position. One of the better dribbling shooting guards of all time, actually. So we would love to see an upgrade next year so that we can respect the Mamba's handles a little bit more. But James Harden moving step back is okay. Chris Paul hesitation is great. Moving spin pro, we'll see what that's about. This moving behind the back is holding the whole card hostage, because if this is Jamal Murray, then this card's outstanding. If it's not Jamal Murray or Halliburton, then we might have a little bit of a problem there, because the Kemba escape then becomes his only way to actually get open on the three-point line. And so we would love to have a little bit more of that, especially with normal leaner. It doesn't have an elite leaner. He has a good leaner. Doesn't have an elite step back, so he needs this behind the back to show up. But if that behind the back shows up, then he's a very, very good card. Good size, great dunker. We obviously need that shot to be good, but I'm really, really excited about this Rick Barry. I hope this Rick Barry's jumper is good, because if this jumper comes together, and it looks like it should on paper, nothing wrong with this jumper on paper. If this jumper comes together with all of these SIGs, this card is a no-brainer elite 2 guard at 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan. And that is going to, I think that's it for today. Let's go ahead and double check, make sure we didn't miss anything, but I think that's it. So please like, please subscribe. Thank you guys for all of your support up until now. For those of you pulling packs, the best of luck to you. But for those of you not pulling packs, go ahead and indulge in a lot of great free content. This Rick Barry is what I'd go for first. That Scottie Pippen is what I'd go for second if you don't already have that card. And then I'd probably go for Juwan Howard and that Glenn Robinson to close out a day of getting some really good cards in your lineup. And with that, I say please be well. Until next time, please like and subscribe. Thank you for all of your support, and peace.